Hello, I'm the Dark Master. In today's video, I shall be covering the results of the 2021 mayoral election of Jackson, Mississippi. We shall be talking about who won, the numbers, and anything else that I think might interest you in this particular context.
Receptaculitis, receptaculitis, sitting around in the Vornian times. Is it a sponge or is it a plant? Nobody knows. Receptaculitis. Its merums are close, its body's verbose. Assess our lifestyles, the one it chose. Where on the tree are we gonna put those? How can we say receptaculitis?
The results are as follows. Chokwe Antar Lumumba, the Democrat candidate, won with a hefty lead over his competition, with 13,160 votes, or 69% of the voting bloc. This was expected, considering he has the incumbent advantage and the general trends of the voting bloc when it comes to parties. Surprisingly, the independent candidate Liz Tanhill, who I thought had no way he'd be successful, considering his stances on police, was very successful, getting second place, getting 2,536 votes, or 13% of the vote. In third place was my favorite independent candidate, and pretty much my favorite candidate as a whole, Charlotte Reeves, who I supported in the vote, by the way. She got 1,697 votes, or 9%. Honestly, I thought she'd do better, especially since she had the most well thought out and in-depth plans for Jackson. In fourth place, there is Shafiq Big Mama Lodri, who got 801 votes, or 4% of the vote. Meanwhile, in measly last place is the Republican candidate Jason Wells, who got a meager 786 votes, also 4% of the vote. Kind of sad, really, but that's not unexpected considering the Democrat-led city of Jackson. This was honestly expected due to, again, the incumbent advantage. I do hope that Les Tanhill runs again. I think he could do even better and possibly even win if he just refined some of his positions. Unlike last time, there weren't really any interesting things that were reported on in the news, except for a mild video where there was some news coverage complaining about low voter turnout. And let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about this low voter turnout. It was pretty low. If we see out of 154,240 people, which is the population of Jackson, Mississippi, according to the 2021 census, only 18,980 voted, which leads to a voter turnout at a measly 12.3%, which admittedly is an improvement from the primary elections, where only 4.75 people voted. Of course, this is still terrible, but an improvement is an improvement. Still, though, we really do need to get this low voter turnout to increase because more people voting tends to be a better result. This will be a shorter video, unfortunately, because there isn't really much to talk about, but I felt that I needed to provide a third/final video on this sort of unintentional trilogy, a capstone, if you will, on the bridge of a recent local election. I know that people don't like these videos, even for my small channel, these videos don't do well. Not that I care, because I don't care about views, but I notice that people usually unsubscribe after I release one of these things. And I just don't get it. You people are so fucking intolerant of like just me talking about my home state. And I want to explain to you why I do it. I mean, here's the thing. I understand you probably didn't subscribe to this channel for this. You probably did it for either my Lego related content or my Kirby related content. And by the way, those two things would be the focus of my channel for pretty much for the rest of the year because there isn't really anything interesting as of today that I really want to talk about. There's the flag thing, but I'll talk about that in the future as a one-off video. But in general, I just feel like as the fourth largest Mississippi YouTuber and an unabashed Southerner, I think I ought to talk about this occasionally, especially when many of my more successful but less intelligent rivals fail to do so. Looking at you, Pimp Monk, you freaking pederast rape apologist who outright mocks the state he lives in. Why don't you move out if you hate it so much, you dumb, fat cunt? And I know some of you watching don't like politics. Don't worry, this will be the last sort of video in this sort of thing for a while. Don't worry, it's going to be mostly Lego related and Kirby related content. In fact, I've already written a script for both the next Ninjago lore video and the next Kirby Right Back at You retrospective. So look forward to that. I am doing something in July, so I might not be as active then, but anyway, I'm the Dark Master, and subscribe if you like more Lego reviews and other such content. Have a nice day.